Okay, I'm going to be showing you how to make a granny square. This is how I make a granny square. There are several different ways how to make a granny square. And I start it with a magic circle. How you create a magic circle is you wrap the yarn around your fingers, and then you're going to take your hook and grab that yarn through the circle. Hold on to the yarn with your finger, and then you're going to grab the working yarn like you would regularly if you're however you hold your yarn whenever you're working with it with your left hand. And then you are going to hold on to your circle with the remaining fingers, and you've got this finger over here holding on to this yarn, and then you are going to chain 3. Okay, so you've created your magic circle, and then you've also started the first step of the granny square. Okay, so now you're going to do 2 double crochet into your magic circle. You can tighten up your magic circle if you need to, if that's easier for you. Okay, now you're going to chain 2. Okay, you're going to do you're going to do a set of 3 double crochet now. Okay, your first set was that chain 3 and then 2 double crochet, and that first chain 3 acts as a double crochet. So you have a set of 3 here, a set of 3 here, and then you're going to chain 2 again. Some people chain 3 here. You can do either. And you're going to do another set of 3 double crochet. Okay, and now you're going to do another chain 2. All right, and then we're going to do another set of 3 double crochet. Again, you can tighten up your circle if you need to. You are going to tighten it up all the way when we get to the end of this round. Okay, so we've got 4 sets of 3 double crochet, and then we've got the 3 sets here of the chain 2s. We're going to do one more chain 2, and then we're going to tighten up our circle. Okay, just pull that tail to tighten up that circle, and then you're going to find the top of that initial chain 3 that you made, and you are going to slip stitch into that. Okay, and that you have created the beginning of your granny square. Okay, so you should have 4 sets of 3 double crochet, just like that, and you should have 4 spaces here on the corners. Okay, that's what your granny square should look like at the end of the first round. And the second round, how you're going to start the second round, you're going to move your yarn over to this first chain 2 space. And how you do that how I do that is I like to slip stitch over to that chain 2 space. So slip stitch in the next stitch there, and then slip stitch in the next stitch, and then you're actually going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space. Okay, so now that you're in the chain 2 space, now you're going to chain 3, and that acts as your first double crochet. Okay, and then you're going to do 2 double crochet. That acts as your first set of 3 double crochet. Okay, then you're going to chain 2 and do another set of a set of 3 double crochet in that same chain 2 space. Okay. All right, after you get those 3 done, you're going to chain 1. And then you're going to move over to your next corner, and you're going to start by doing a double crochet. You're going to do 3 double crochet. Okay, and then you're going to chain 2 and do another set of 3 double crochet in that same chain 2 space. Okay, then you're going to chain 1 and move over to your next corner, do 3 double crochet, then you are going to chain 2. Again, some people like to chain 3 right there, and it just makes that little space a little larger. I just prefer to do a chain 2 because it just makes it it makes it more snug, and that's what I prefer. You can do a chain 3 there if you would like that a little wider. That's your choice. Okay, we're going to do another set of 3 double crochet in that corner. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1. Then we're going to go into our very last corner here, and we're going to do 3 double crochet. Chain 2. Do another set of 3 double crochet in that same corner. Okay, when you're finished with that last double crochet, you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to come over here to this initial chain 3 that you made, and you're going to find the top chain, and then you are going to slip stitch into that top chain. And you have completed your second round of your granny square. And this is what it should look like. You should have 2 sets of 3 coming off of each of these corners. And that is what you're going to continue doing around for the next round. But there is a little difference on this next round, okay? So we're going to start this next round the way that we did the last one, where we're going to slip stitch over to this corner. Okay, so we're going to slip stitch into our next stitch here, into our next double crochet, and then slip stitch into the next double crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch right into that corner space, okay? And then you're going to start by doing a chain 3 and then do 2 double crochet. Okay, and now you're going to chain 2 and then do another, you're going to do 3 double crochet now. Okay, and now you're going to chain 1. And now you're in the side. We're not going into this corner now, we're going into the side. And so we're going to do 1 set of 3 double crochet, and that's it. We're not going to do 2 like we've been doing in the corners. We're just going to do 1. Okay, so 1 set, chain 1, move over to the corner. And then we're going to do 2 sets like we've been doing in all the corners. Okay, so we're going to do 3 double crochet in that next chain 2 space, in that next corner, and then we'll chain 2, and then we'll do another set of 3 double crochet in that same corner. Okay, and now we're going to chain 1, and now we're in a side. We're in one of the side spaces again, so we're going to do 1 set of 3 double crochet. And then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to move over to the corner and do 3 double crochet. And then chain 2 and do another set of 3 double crochet. You might hear my dog snoring beside me. Okay, now you're going to go to the side space again, so you're going to chain 1, and you're going to do 3 double crochet into the side space. Just 1 set of 3, and then you're going to move on to the next corner, so chain 1, and then do 3 double crochet into the next corner. And then you're going to do your chain 2 again, and you're going to do another set of 3 double crochet into that same corner. Okay, then chain 1, and you're going to go into your last side space here, and you're going to do 3 double crochet. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to find the top of that first chain 3 space that you made. There's chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. You're going to find the top of it, and you're going to insert your hook, and you're going to slip stitch to that. And that completes the 3rd round of your granny square. So you're going to have the corners are going to look like this with your 2 sets of 3 double crochets, and then you're going to have these side pieces here with the 1 set of 3 double crochet, and that should look like that all the way around your granny square. Typically a single granny square is 4 rounds. Okay, so I'm going to do the 4th round, but I am not going to talk through it. And that is a completed granny square. So you will have 4 rounds, and each of your corners will have the 2 sets of 3 double crochet, and then you will have in each of these side places, just don't forget that you just do the 1 set of 3 double crochet, and then you do a chain 1 in between those, and you do a chain 1 or a chain 2 at your corners, and then you'll have 2 sets of those in each of your corners. And to begin your next row, if you want to create a granny square blanket where you just continue this pattern and make it bigger, you are just going to continue on how we've been doing it, where you slip stitch over to the corner and just continue making this same pattern. If you want to just create with the granny squares individually, you would make multiples of this granny square, and then you could place them together, piece them together, and make different projects with them. So I hope that this tutorial was helpful for you, and I hope that you have fun making your granny squares. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. Thanks.